Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a most unconventional Rolex Oyster Perpetual Datejust. Discussing here the 116231. The first thing I can tell you is that this is anything but a generic Rolex Datejust. A sensational rose gold Tuxedo dial, two-tone with rose and steel, 904L highly anti-corrosive Rolex steel that is, and of course the combination of the Tuxedo dial with the stick indices. This is a 36mm watch with the punch of a 46. On my 16cm circumference wrist, however, you can see it easily wears on a smaller wrist. 36mm in diameter, the watch is 11.6mm thick, 20mm spacing between the lugs. There are two ways to measure the watch. If you want to get a sense of it across the wrist, simply measured lug to lug. The watch is 44.2mm. There is a little bit of a solid end link outcropping on both sides, but the watch spans, even with the end links, a still very reasonable 45.4mm. So I can recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 13 to 13.5 centimeters in circumference. The Jubilee bracelet was born with the Datejust back in 1945. That was the 40th anniversary of the Rolex company, or the Jubilee. So the Jubilee bracelet was born with the Datejust model. In fact, the Cyclops Eye did not arrive until 1954. The Jubilee bracelet that's fitted to this D-Series watch is the first generation Super Jubilee. So introduced in 2005, this was an all-solid end link, solid center link, milled clasp Rolex Jubilee bracelet, meaning it has the same supple feel, the silky feel on the wrist, and the ventilation of previous Jubilee bracelets, but it also has a solidity to it that means you no longer need to opt for the 3-link Oyster sports bracelet in order to consider your watch a sports timepiece. The removable links are fixed by screws, and when I talk about that clasp, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It is a solid piece right there, not the stamped tinsel of past Jubilee bracelets. As with the solid links, this is robust. It snaps shut, and the crown clasp system, whereby you have the crown as the demarcation point between the two sides, it's very stealthy, low profile. It's now a pivoted switch in a beacon hook system that locks the clasp shut. So it's not friction fit anymore. You cannot simply pull it open. You need to unlatch and unlock it. It's a very clever arrangement, and it's low in profile. The mechanism taking up very little volume. The case band, classic Datejust. No super case here. The case band is all of compound curves that does wonderful things as the light moves over its graceful surface. The lugs are not squared off and massive as you'll find on the subs, the GMTs, the Sea Dwellers, and the Explorer 2s. They're tapered and handsome like you'll see on the Daytonas, the Yachtmasters, and of course the other Datejust and Date8 models. Twin lock crown in rose gold that's screw down for 100 meters water resistant. You could see the fluted rose gold bezel with a wonderful cut gem-like twinkle that adds a little bit of glitter to the watch, and then the dial that defines this model. Now, what appears at first glance to be a roulette date model is not, in fact. The evens and the odds are both black. The watch is a bit more sober than that. It has a red, golden, almost salmon-colored sunburst center, and then there is a glossy black base that acts as the hour track on which red gold indices have been placed. Red gold Rolex crown. There's a railroad minutes and seconds track outboard with stylized Roman numerals outboard of each of the hour indices. You have red gold hands at center, and they're faceted down their center to give a little bit more contrast. The entire dial is loomed, so stay tuned for a loom shot. Underneath the case back, water resistant down to 100 meters. Rolex manufactured caliber 3135, automatic winding, 48-hour power reserve, 31 jewels. It is a very smooth jeweled staff with Teflon coated reversing wheels, so the winding is both silent and intangible. It features both a stop seconds and quick set date functionality, and it's the same movement you'll find in a Submariner, so it's very tough, with a full balance bridge and a free sprung index for shock resistance, as well as an overcoil handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring to help it keep excellent time in any orientation on your wrist during the day or your dresser at night, helping the watch to earn a COSC Swiss chronometer certification. It's the full package, a Rolex through and through, and timepiece that splits the difference between a sports watch and a dress watch. This Datejust is an all-arounder. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox. Rolex Datejust, two-tone red, gold, and steel by night.